On Wednesday night, the Otterbein Cardinals faced off against the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. Coming off of a loss to Baldwin Wallace 4 days prior, the Cards were looking to bounce back with a win against the Polar Bears. However, things would not go as planned for the Cards, due to the Polar Bears jumping out to a quick 8-1 lead with the help of this three by Lucas Pennington. This quick lead would end up hurting the Cards drastically, as the Polar Bears would continue to add to it with another three-pointer by Lucas Pennington, making it 23-11. The Cards would score often, including this three-pointer by Jake Bischoff to cut the Polar Bear lead to 9, 36-27. However, this 10-point average lead by the Polar Bears would stay going into halftime, with Ohio Northern up 42-31. In the second half, it was more of the same until the 16:20 mark, when Max Van Meter would make this SportsCenter highlight dunk. After that, the Cards would go on a 10-2 scoring run that included this jumper by Jake Bischoff and this three by Kylie Gessner, effectively cutting an 11-point Polar Bear lead down to 3. But that would be the closest the Cards would get before the Polar Bears continued to add to their lead with this jumper by Dominic Royal and this three-pointer by Lucas Pennington. Eventually, this game would come to an end as the Cardinals would suffer another defeat, this time at the hands of Ohio Northern, 82-73. After the game, Otterbein head coach Todd Adrian discussed about the loss.
What did you tell your players throughout the game to try to get them back into it and make them believe that they could come back and win?
Well, I mean, we didn't start the game off well, and they did. And you're right. I mean, we were playing from trying to dig out of a hole. Whenever you're in that kind of situation, you just tell the guys to keep fighting. It's a long game, and it is. We're going to make a run. If we start playing better defensively and we get some stops, we start talking more and doing things that we get back to doing things that we do. We're going to have a chance. They did a good job of speeding us up. Kind of a different game plan. We haven't seen that out of them on film. Definitely not their place. So hats off to their coaching staff and to their team. They did a nice job of getting us to play their game in the first half. And I thought we did a very good job as far as our guys calming down and doing what we wanted to do in the second half. And that got us back into it. We were within one possession and fumbled the ball out of bounds on a 2-on-1 after a great defensive play by Hank Baconhester to get a steal. It was just one of those nights when we did a lot of good things and the ball just didn't go our way. A couple of loose balls that we got on the floor ended up with them and 2 threes out of it. So, if you don't put yourself in that kind of a hole, then some of those things don't hurt as badly. But they did a great job of scrapping and doing what they needed to do. And the bottom line is they finished from the free throw line and they made some big shots down the end. So it was a little bit kind of like that when we went to their place too. We got up on them, they scratched back, and we pulled away at the end. Ironically enough, very much like they did tonight.